Hello everybody, and welcome back to this, the very last run of Let's Play Westerado. You know, in our time we've gone as a non-caring hero, an empathetic and kindly bro, and cis Indian who each took opposite sides on the conflict surrounding Westerado. We've been up and down, left and right around this territory. We've seen just about everything there is to see. We've allied ourselves with tycoons, with ranchers, with army, with Indians. We've met Deputy Cursor. Hello, Deputy Cursor. Goodbye, Deputy Cursor. We've done just about everything, but there is one particular set of other things that I kind of want to show off in old Westerado here. And we're going to be going through this in a particular way. First, we go outside and talk to Uncle, and he wants to know if we've caught a murderer soon, if he can help in any way. And gosh, you know, I mean, what we're doing is trying to find a quick way to find a murderer. So, boom! Hey! Oh, sorry, Uncle, but, you know, you wanted us to find a murderer, and heck, here one is. We're going to go through and fulfill everybody's dreams the hard way. Now, the first person we're going to meet is good old Rancher Cobb. Remember Rancher Cobb? He's the guy that loves more than anything else in this world. He wants to get in a good old shoot fight. And there we go. There's a shoot fight for you, Rancher Cobb. That ought to satisfy anybody. Let's let your buffalo out. Why not? We're not going to actually chase him out ourselves. We're a little busy for that. Chickens, you've displeased me. The chickens probably wanted to die too. I'm not exactly sure how, but we'll think of a way a little bit later. Notice the movie equipment down there. Kind of get you thinking about the point of life, and if there's any reason to go on while you know that everything is fake and everything is filmed. Well, here's Rancher Rich, and all he wants to do is know his family's future. He wants them to have to worry about what's going to happen to them tomorrow. So I think, you know, sure, let's grant that wish of his. There you go, Rich. Now you never have to worry about what's going to happen to you ever again. And the same way, we'll let your buffalo out. Although we're not going to bother chasing them around ourselves. Now up here we have the fort, full of a bunch of people that think they know how to protect the region and think that they're doing good, but actually haven't ended up being a whole lot of use in this particular town. Look at them parading around. Well, what they're itching for is a fight. They want a big climactic battle with the Indians, and you know what? I think we can provide that for them, to be perfectly honest with you. I think a fight is something that's within our power to give. Lady, you are lucky that I shot the hat off your friend over here. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna be losing hats. That's downright irritating. I'm gonna have to get one off of somebody outside. There we go. At least some of them had money. That compensated us a little bit for our time. Now, let's see now. As you can see, we've definitely got a lot of people to deal with here. We're going to have to fight smart as well as hard, not stay in any one particular latitude for too long. Fortunately, all these guys have pistols instead of rifles, and none of them are piercing. Hey, look at that, he shot the hat off his friend, and we grabbed it right away. You know, you say what you will about this, but if the army can't defend themselves against one determined cowboy, I don't really know what chance they had against an entire tribe of Indians. I like to think of us as a pacification force in this particular run of Westerado. We've seen what comes out of everybody attempting to mold the area into their particular brand of justice, and what comes of it is, well, not very much at all. So let's head back up towards town. You know, we may have gotten ourselves a little excited, a little anxious to start brawls and start fights. We may have engaged in that a little bit, but there's no real point to do that everywhere. I mean, you know, if there's bandits around, if there's people kind of feeding off the misery and helplessness of others, we're obviously not going to stand by and let that go. There we go. Just a few more bullets in there. And where's your buddy? Here we go. Oh, there you have it. There's the bandits taken care of. Now let's head into town here. You know, we're passing right by Clintonville Station, and that causes me to remember something. As it turns out, they needed a few things done before we get too excited and going off into too many different places. The first thing that they wanted is they were worried about the train being able to come in. And, you know, man, all these people down here, they're not really doing a whole lot besides distracting, besides, you know, keeping the train from coming in. Who knows, they could be standing on the tracks, they could be just messing up the place in general, we're going to do the train lady a real big favor and just kind of clear out the area for everybody. Make it safer. Don't run from me. It's not going to do anything, and this just makes it harder for everybody. So we're just going to head on over and see if we can't clear out the old train tracks for them. You know, just make our mosey on our little way there. Chickens can escape if they want to. You know, we're into things being returned to a state of nature, more or less. Now here are the nasty boys that are causing so much grief. I don't think they ought to be able to spread their particular brand of wildfire around Westerado too much anymore. That's just my own personal belief, but I am fortunately able to back it up. I mean, we could have paid them off to get out of there, but you know, we're collecting some money, and we need that money, as it turns out. That's something that's valuable to us. You know, there's one of them down. I don't know if we've been in their hideout too much, you know, in previous LPs, but I don't see any reason not to kind of kick up our feet and explore around a little bit. Greatest man alive, huh? Yeah. We may have something to say about that. We'll have to see. Here's the last little vestiges of them. Kind of being jerky down here. You know, I told you they're engaged in all manner of lawlessness, or at least they were. Not too much anymore, not so much. So much for the beefhead bulls. That's no problem there. So that's just another step towards restoring the fortunes of this area, which is absolutely what we're all about. That's what our run here is about, restoring fortunes, you know, making sure everything's okay. Like, here's this lady, you know, all she wants is somebody to get rid of some bandits up north, and we can sure do that. We can get, these must be the bandits right here. Don't worry, ma'am. Clear them all out for you. There we go. Now then. Always bugged me I could never go talk to that lady, hidden in her little fence there. Ah, Gravedigger. There you go, you can go see Boots with everybody else. Now, this must be the leader of the bandits. Look at all those other ones there, didn't seem particularly armed or dangerous. Of course, that's how they get you. You know, they appear to be harmless civilians or something like that, and next thing you know, they're pulling a gun on you. So it's best to be a little proactive. We, of course, don't take too kindly to coyotes sniffing around our business. So let's just go tell her that she can rest in peace, or excuse me, she can go see somebody that's resting in peace. Little slip of the tongue there. There we go. Well, we know that the guy's got a colored shirt on. See, we're already a step closer to discovering what's going on. You know what? Huh. Could have sworn we just. That's awful creepy, Undertaker. Don't like it. Ain't natural. Stay down this time. Kinda nervous, making her being up in this graveyard all by herself. You know, you never know when something might happen accidentally. Oh well. We'll just, eliminate that as a possibility, as they say. You know, I'm feeling a real powerful urge coming over me here to finish up just a few things real quick. The first thing is, you know, what we're packing right now, just this pistol. I mean, I guess it's all right for babies, people that don't, you know, have too terrible of a need to get in big old gunfights. Even just little skirmishes like this, you know, it's perfectly fine for that. Where'd you go to? Get back here. There you go. Oh, well, I'll be darned. That is exactly as much money as we need. That is a real strike of fortune. Alright, let's head in here. Let's get ourselves this. Ah, thanks for that rifle. That's exactly what I was looking for. Now, if we remember correctly from just a little bit ago, we had taken care of the fort, and unfortunately, that leaves a power balance in the area. And if we know one thing about power balances, it's that they're, power imbalance. Haha. You know power imbalances are bad news. There we go. Oh yeah, you don't get to surrender. And after what you pulled there. Power imbalances are bad, and that means we're going to have to settle things out and bring everything to even. Now, here, we remember, this miner's wife is somebody that wants to meet her husband that she feels like has died in the mines. And, I don't know, if you want to meet a dead person, I can arrange that. No problem at all. Now, let's head over here to find one of the coolest little secret things that I didn't know about until I was doing a test for this in the game. See that cool hat? We can get that hat. That can be our hat. That's right. Put up your... Oh, don't blow away. There we go. Look at that. I'm going to try to keep that cool hat on for the whole playthrough. Of course, I'm not actually going to let you guys go. That would be extreme foolishness. But I am going to call that for a little bit. Now I'm going to head back into town with my extremely decorative headdress on. And I am going to see what can be done about getting this train ready here. So first step is talking to her and let her know that the old beef head bulls are taken care of. I've already taken care of them. Now she needs 3 people that are good with some kind of manual labor to go ahead and clear out the train tracks. And as it happens, I know a good number of people that fit that bill. I know this miner right here, and he'll go help out. And I know a rancher here that nothing bad's happened to, and he'll go do that. And as it happens, as a matter of course, I also know a certain immortal gravedigger, and he's happy to do so as well. Of course, he doesn't mind that I happen to have killed someone in his near vicinity. That's not the kind of thing he worries himself too much over. But you know, they're pretty quick at fixing those tracks. They do it pretty much instantly. So let's just head down there and see how that's all going for him. Just a few screens down, if you'll recall. Right over here, in point of fact. And there we go. Well, thanks. So she's going to go ahead and open back up the tracks, and that's great. That gets us exactly what we want. That's exactly what we're looking for. So now we're just going to finish up a little business in Clintonville. Not too much else to do up here, to be honest with you. Oh, concerned wife wants some help, but we know if we go into the sheriff's office, and she goes ahead and, you know, finds some help herself. Of course, it looks like all of them may be a little beyond help right exactly at this point, but, you know, I wonder if anybody in Clintonville is going to have a trouble with that. Looks like that lady took some exception to it. Let's go into the saloon and sort of drink our problems away. Tell you what, though, that piano tune is kind of getting to me. There we go. There's it silenced. Oh, they blew my hat off. I was hoping to make it through with that hat intact, but it weren't to be. Still one more guy in here. I actually like how the piano music stops fairly abruptly if you decide that you've had enough of the piano player there. And tell you what, I need 2 hats still. So let's just go ahead and grab ourselves 2. What do you think, buddy? I'm sorry about it. Oh, I think it was worth it for me. You know, these things happen sometimes. You just slip. Really no preventing it. I sure did shoot everybody in the saloon. You got me on that one. Miner can eat dirt at this point for all I care about. Well, there's that old rancher there. That's the end of him. Well, they're still nice to me up here in the bank, at least. That's kind of them. You can see why I prefer that rifle there. It's got real excellent stopping power for when you're, you know, doing stuff. Hey, there's some money. Not that I need it. I got really nothing to spend it on. But, it's nice to know it's an option. And of course, now that I've robbed the bank, they go into their whole protect the territory thing, so they'll board up 3 out of the 4 exits and all start to run after me. But I don't really care about them. They're all kind of dust in the wind to me at this point. All I care about now is going right next door where, you know, the news travels slowly around in old Westerado and they haven't exactly heard of what I'm up to. So down here at Clintonville Station Way, they're just gonna know that the train hasn't quite come in yet, so I go through my whole little procedure here, get them to talk about that, and yeah, you've been holding up the mail, so she comes over, and now she tells me that the train's coming in, so that's great, that's good to know. I'll be back in a little bit, fellas. Now then, where else was we gonna go? I'm sure we had some places to go. Well, you know what, there was this mine entrance over here, and I'm feeling like we got a little bit to explore yet. You know, to be honest, we got kind of only half took care of that power imbalance that I was talking about a bit before. You know, we could stop if we wanted to and deal with all these bandits without a terrible much amount of trouble, but, oh well, some people just aren't worth it. Of course, sometimes a little slaughter's its own reward, as they say. Now, the one thing I am going to want to do in this Let's Play is I am going to want to hire the Hail Shot Sisters to come with me and raise a little bit of hail, as they might say. Oh, look at that sunset going down there. That's a pretty sight. Makes you wonder when the final sunset's going to come down and just, you know, close the door on the world and all its particular happenings. Final night that eats all the light and all the excitement and all everything going on, so nobody ever has to suffer ever again. We're going to do what we can to bring that in. We're going to need the Hail Shot Sisters for it. I forget exactly how much they charge, but, you know, pretty sure I have enough. That'll do it for them. There go them. Now, let's finish up with the rest of that power imbalance that I was talking about. As I recall, there's only one more Indian camp down here. Let's just clear this all out of the way. There we go. They should be happy to know that we went ahead and took care of the fort all for them, you know. Of course, they may not be as pleased with what we're going to accomplish here, but well, that's neither here nor there. We can't really dictate people's responses to us. All we can do is the best we can do. But that doesn't quite clear everybody out, of course. There's still a few stragglers left around. Like this guy over here. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, bud. That's the best I can do for you. Now, of course, we still have got technically representatives from 2 factions around yet. We've got the tycoon, and we've got one rancher who's still above snakes, as they might say. So let's go see what we can do about that. Now we're gonna head back to Clintonville, where we're not especially welcome at this time of year. I'll fire off a little warning shot over that way. We're gonna need a new hat at some point, but I don't really feel like getting it from there. Man, look at this wreckage everywhere we go. It's just carnage, I tell you. We're not so good for the landscape around here. Alright, buddy. I don't care for your life, I just kind of want your hat. There we have it. The rest of you can, you know, live life to the fullest as you see fit. But you know what? We're actually not going to kill the guy. We are going to help him with his little, with his run here. So let's go right away and give us a chance to, you know, defend the buffalo. Ah, somebody must have taken care of the bandits. What do you know about that? Well, thanks. I'm sure he's off to go fix his ranch, but I don't know if that's necessarily gonna happen. There's a new hat for us, looking nice and fancy. That's all the rancher's taken care of, so there's really only one faction that's left kicking at this point in time. That's, of course, gonna be this guy. No, I'm kidding, it's the tycoon, but you know, I noticed him. Oh, no. Think to surrender around here. This is the Wild West, son. So, let's go see that tycoon and see what he's got to say for himself. See if he's got any answer to our particular blend of conversation that we've been having this time. Tread the trod, as they say up in his area. We got some money we can get back there, but I don't see the particular need for it. And there we go. Always easier if they down each other. Ooh. Almost got me there, I gotta admit. I was just about out of rifle ammo, and he decided to not fire directly at me, which was, of course, greatly appreciated. Well, that wasn't nice. Ugh. It's frustrating. I have to get one of your hats now. Although it is a nice, tall-brimmed kind of affair, I think it makes me look very smart. I don't think these do anything when you shoot them. Nah, they sure don't. Good construction is what that is. Well, there went the man himself. And there went two of his guards. See if I can't blow this last one's hat off. Sure can, and there down goes he. And there's a complete replenishment for me. It's always nice to have a little supply. He's got plenty to loot in here, but unfortunately, you know, I'll be honest with you, I've taken care of all the factions, just blown away everybody that matters. Isn't too many people left moving around here, so I wonder, you know, what am I gonna do now? How am I gonna go about finding the murderer now that nobody's left to give me directions? And the answer, of course, is found in the town of Santa Ana, as so many other answers are. Let's get our bad little selves over there. This is the Sinner's Walk, you might call it. Oh, an old abandoned town, huh? I don't have too much call to be going around. Do I have a death wish? No, well, I mean, I do, but not in the sense you're thinking of. Oh, don't blow away, hat. Oh, wait, it hadn't blown away. Well, that's embarrassing. You know what I need is some more hats now. You know, fortunately, that'll be able to fix once I get to Santa Ana. Guess I shouldn't have taken on all them boys. Ah, here's a hat for me. Sorry, Britt. You know, you said it was a dangerous area, but I don't know if he quite had in mind all that. Man, it's a good thing that coyote didn't decide to go for me. And you'll notice now that I have over $2,000 of walking around money, bandits start attacking me right on sight. That'll persist until I've killed so many bandits they're afraid of me, which I could surely do, but is unfortunately just a little boring for our purposes here, so, you know, we won't be doing that. Tell you what, I want to go into the watering hole again, and man, just that dang music they keep playing doesn't suit me. There we go. A little silence. Grave silence, you might call it. What's Barkeep got to say this time? Yeah, you know, slipped out of my holster. He likes it, huh? Alright, let's start over. Can I help you? You know what, I'm parched. Let's get a prairie dew. $5? There you go. Join the fellas in a card game. Well, there's a couple good reasons not to. Let me get a couple more drinks. I don't see any reason not to drown all my sorrows. I actually got my achievement for being a little bewildered, as you might call it. See, I'm not quite shooting right there, but I managed it in the end. Gotta hand it to the barkeep. He kept his cool up until the very, very end there. Oh, well, you know, those drunks were probably asking for it or something. Not Miss Hat, though. She wasn't asking for it. Still got it, mine, but she wasn't asking for it. Alright. Oh, Miss Hat didn't do too much. Now, this Buffalo Express driver, you know, he's tried to cheat me in a Let's Play, in a playthrough before. Not this time, boy. Man, don't be shooting me like that. Now, here's a hat I can use. That's fortunate. I seem to keep losing hats, but I keep getting them back. That's nice. What else is there to do around the town of Santa Ana? Get in a couple fights. Win just as many. What else you boys got? Nah, I'll leave you be for now. You know what? I wonder if that train's come in yet, because we left that a while ago. Let's head on back to Clintonville Station and see if anything's new around there. Well, it sure has. Hey, sis. Bye, sis. Now, let's head on back to Santa Ana. That's the only place for us yet again. There's some stragglers left around. What's this? Why am I killing all the extras? Gotta kill off my character. Well, I'm right sorry to hear that, Director. I'd like to see you try. Male extras, huh? Yep, this is what you might call the alternative ending to the game. Kind of a horde mode, more or less. First is the male extras, who are just the pistol packing variety. There we go. And let's see if we can get a couple more of them. The two advantages to the rifle this time are, one, of course, it allows you to do that pinpoint shooting, so you can more or less easily get some of your hats back. And two, not gonna work. Yep. Two is it gives you that real broad range of view, so you can more easily see who's all planning to shoot you. There we go, there's my third hat. Alright. We got more of the male extras, huh? I guess there would be a lot of them. Only disadvantage, as before, is of course the long firing time, the long reloading time, etc., etc. But, you know, all those are really overcomeable obstacles. Female extras, huh? Sounds like the shotgun wielders to me. Here we go. Easily done. Who else you got? The rifle is especially Indian extra time, huh? Alright, let's get it on. Ooh, now they're tough because with the male and the female extras, it was more or less if you could get a shot off on them before they fired one. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, well, I put on a hat as soon as one was shot off on me. I guess that makes us about even. It's hard to shoot the hats off these guys, although they do have them, unlike the female extras, which is nice. Shoot, couldn't even go down far enough. I tend to lose a lot of hats during the Indian extra section. Oh yeah, I got a hat up there. Well, we got the other one, that's always nice. Saw a hat. For crying out loud. Ooh! Scorpion handler! Oh gosh. Although I do have to say I really like the scorpion handler concept. Oh, this is real bad. And down I go. Alright, I'm going to try that again and see you guys when I get to scorpion handlers. Okay, everybody, we are back and it is time for the scorpion handlers. Did a little bit better this time, obviously. So scorpions are small, fast, deadly critters. They are hard to hit, and this section would be almost impossible if it wasn't for one kind of hidden thing. But if you saw, he said that these are scorpion handlers. And so, sure enough, being in charge of the little critters as they are, if you kill the human, then all the scorpions disappear with them. Now, that advantage goes away, unfortunately, when it comes to the coyote handlers, who are up next. And shoot, I think we blew away our hat right as that happened. What I'd like is to do away with the coyote first here. Can't quite... Whew, that was close. Can't quite see him. But if we can do away with the coyote, we can maybe get the hat off of his handler and complete our set. Did that, oh, did it just shoot the guy? Oh, well, that's alright. So, all these animals become much deadlier when they're aggroed on you permanently. And we have another round of coyotes here. Let's see if I can do a little bit better with a rifle. Actually, I'm going to switch back to the pistol, if only because I'd still love to... Well, this is going badly for me. Oh, down goes one of them. Down goes two of them. Yes, there's a hat. And I will take it. Whew. Let's see if I can get hat number 2 off of this guy here. I did, but it didn't matter. Alright. I guess one hat's what I'm doomed to be with for this last section. And now he calls out the Rangers from another movie, who I'm pretty sure is supposed to be the old Power Rangers. Because they got one of all the relevant colors, and boy, they've got the same aggression or AI or whatever you want to say as the final boss. And there we have it. That was the biggest, toughest fight in the game by a long shot, ladies and gentlemen. We powered our way through it. We were victorious. The director has only one last request for us. If your whole life's been a movie, if it's all been a show, all just some spaghetti western put on for the benefit of who knows what happens if you decide to find the person who made it all and end them? Adios.